All right, welcome back to Podcast Comika. Still with the guys from my brothers from New York City, Kevin Sanchez, Rashad Bashir, Joshua Pallet. Apart from doing shows in Bali, we're also making a docu-series. It's called Huge in Indonesia series. 5 episodes, 5 cities: Jakarta, Bandung, Yogyakarta, Mount Bromo, and then Bali. It's going to be a wild docu-series. And now, we're just going to be talking about experiences. They've been here for 3 days, and last night, they saw this open mic pacakan, which is an open mic for amateurs. Everybody who's not comic can try to do stand-up, which what you guys saw last night.
Yeah.
And I remember the 3 of you were like you were sitting and then watching the show trying to have a feel of it, was it?
Yeah.
Trying to have a feel what kind of jokes that would make people laugh. Was that what we're trying to do?
Yeah.
But nobody's laughing.
Well, we were sitting there like we're in blood sport, like we're the fighters, and we're just looking.
Yeah, if they record that show, they're gonna just be on the audience the whole time.
So, motherfuckers are bombing so hard they switched to black and white.
Yo, oh my God.
It was going against Islam law.
Oh my goodness. But it's interesting to see how the open mic scene is so similar everywhere.
Everywhere, no matter what country,
It
how new it is.
How new it is. It's like when we're there.
I just saw somebody dunk walk. I haven't seen that since the army.
But it's so interesting to see because when you go to a open mic, usually what happens is if you're not from that town, that city, you're the new comic in town. They will fucking stare at you.
Yeah.
They won't give you any kind of grace. Like when I went to L.A. to do stand up, I was doing the open mics, and they were like, first thing I said, "Oh yeah, I'm from New York City." They immediately hated me.
Wow.
Because it's that thing where in L.A. they be like, "You got to go to New York. You got to be like the New York comedians because that's where you grind. That's where you get your legs up. That's the gym right there." So when these L.A. comics hear about New York comics, they already got this perception. Oh, they think they the shit. They think they this. They think they that. And
By the way, I do.
we are like that's the real thing about it because when L.A. comics come to New York, we can tell y'all are fucking lazy. They are so lazy.
What do you mean by that, lazy?
They don't. In New York, there's like a show there's like 5 shows every like 2 blocks.
Right.
Like there's like in New York, like on McDougal Street, there's 4 clubs within a 2-block radius. You got
The Cellar.
Lantern.
You got the Cellar. You got the Lantern. You got
Comedy shop now.
Comedy
you're right. Comedy. Yeah, you got this. You got the Cellar. You got
Grizzly Pear.
You got Greenwich. And then you got the comedy shop. That's 4 clubs in a 2-block radius. Where in L.A., you have to drive like 30 minutes to the next club.
Yeah,
and with the traffic, it's probably going to take them like 45 minutes. So they got to get there. They got to sign up, do their 2 or 3 minutes because I know that's how much time they're getting when I was out there. They get like 2-3 minutes, and then they got to drive another hour
to go do some other bullshit.
Yes.
But what you were bringing up before about being a newcomer to a mic, it's a very unfriendly situation.
Oh, yes, very, very.
It reminds me of the story. You remember we had that guy come and I skipped you
Oh,
for
yeah.
him?
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that? And he was
Yeah.
like, you guys are just all friends here. I'm not going to be treated like this.
It's always clicky over here.
Yeah, clicky.
Yes, the clicky.
And then Josh was like, but it's comedy.
It's like, yeah, why are you taking it so seriously, bro?
I was so scared. I was in between Josh and this guy. This guy's he's also
a big guy. I can't remember that
right?
day.
You were there that day?
I was there that day.
Ron Berman.
And then I tried to defuse the situation, right, Pam?
Yeah, yeah.
I diffused it. But then at the last minute, I was like, why are you so mad, though, bro, man? Like, why
he
you
was
coming
trying
up-
to diffuse the situation, and when things are starting to get better,
Yeah.
Josh was like, but why are you like that, bro?
It's ridiculous.
So, yeah, it's really wild. I remember, but do we feel like we have some sort of sympathy towards comics who are failing on stage?
Absolutely
not.
No, absolutely not. If it's your very first time, if it's your very first time,
maybe
yeah, we'll give you that grace. We'll be like, hey, let's applaud you about to ruin your life for the next 2.5 years because it's just going to be.
Like, here's the thing. It depends for me. Like I give it up when I go and I watch I'm a fan of comedy.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan still. I give it up, and I also understand why people are bombing too. Like, oh, I see why this isn't working. This is either new, or you put no effort into thinking about this bit,
right?
Which is what it is,
or it's hacky,
Yeah, right. What gets me mad is more like if you've seen 90 comics do this.
And you're going to try your own shitty version?
And you try your own shitty version.
I want to watch you fail.
Like, now I want to watch you fail. It's like, I had this thing where I told this one female comic this, and I could tell she hated me after this. Where she was like, we were talking, we were having a good time. She was like, and I think she's really funny. She's super funny, good writer. And then she goes, I'm like, you know what? I almost said her name. Then I was like, you know what I don't want you to do? I want you to just, how about, like, if you're in a crowd, don't blame the fact that it's men.
Was that what she was doing?
Yeah, don't say it's all men in a room. That's why you don't find this funny. It's like, let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of y'all bomb in front of a lot of women.
Yeah.
So it's not about that stuff irks me. When little tiny things like
excuses,
or things like you're bombing and then you go, what else do I have? Nothing. What else? You didn't have nothing before.
What else? What else?
You didn't have nothing after. Cocksucker, get on stage.
And why are you asking the audience?
My all-time favorite thing is when I go into an open mic and there's like older comics that are there, like comics that are like in age, if they're like 50 and up and they've been doing comedy for a while, I start riffing and start trashing the younger comics because I'm like, y'all all do comedy the fucking same. That's why you're bombing.
Shout out Eddie Spaghetti.
Oh,
my goodness.
Wow.
Yo.
He said Eddie Spaghetti.
Come on.
Is he still around?
I have no idea.
He is. I saw him recently.
Yeah? Oh, my God.
Didn't he bring like a briefcase out on stage with him? Oh, man.
Yo, Eddie. Shout out to Eddie Spaghetti.
All love, man.
Good soul.
But didn't he bombed once, and I think he started like blaming the audience from the stage, if I remember correctly.
You cannot blame anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
But yourself.
So, well, the essence of being a comic is self-loathing. So anytime you're projecting outward that you're failure, that's not comedy.
Don't you feel like some people, not a lot of people, but some people, they want to do stand-up not because of, trying to make people laugh, but because to be seen.
They want to be seen. They want to be friends. They want to be popular. They want
They're
some
not there
kind
for
of attention. They don't want to be alone and feel like whatever thoughts that they're having are so messed up. They rather be around people.
Also,
I feel attacked.
No, but sometimes there are comics and he or she bombed, but then they felt okay with it. And then the next mic be doing the same thing,
Right.
People who are not there to make people laugh, but to be seen. They have no problem not getting laughed. You know what I'm saying?
That's called insanity.
Yeah, that's literally what that is.
There are those kind of people, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course. But there's people like that in acting. There's people like that in. Why can't we have some failures like that?
Hopefully there's no doctors like that.
But the thing is, there is.
I'm sure there are.
Here's the thing. There's the guy. I don't know who said this. It wasn't me, but it was the guy that graduated at the top of his class, and it's the guy that graduated at the last of his class.
But he graduated.
He's still a doctor.
He's an open mic surgeon.
He's a
what else do I got? Staples.
What's with this cancer, guys?
Let me try to do my old stuff now.
I could bandage that wound. No problem.
And then they'd be like, ooh.
I guess I do this. All right. Let me.
Radiation.
What if I put this artery here? Like, what happened?
But every bomb is just. Sometimes I'll be on the train and I'll be like, ugh. Because it for whatever reason we remember our bombs more than our kills.
Yes.
It's a cringe, man.
Yeah.
It's like you cringe yourself out from.
I remember the most recent one is just a week before we fly to Jakarta. I was doing a bar set. I don't know if I told you this.
No.
In Astoria, Queens. I was doing for Steven. I didn't really bomb. I mean, I think I did okay. But it's just I've been doing stand-up here in Indonesia from 2010, right?
For thousands of people.
And thousands of people. And you know how it is. I developed an ego, right? Being from Indonesia. And I understand it's different in New York. It's different,
right?
But still, it's the same Panji,
right?
So it was a bar show, and it was only 6 people in front of the stage, and then there are more people at the back in the bar. And so I was not doing well. So I was like, I actually didn't do as well as I thought I would be. And then my set is I'm almost down to my last joke.
Yeah.
But Steven hasn't liked me.
Right.
So I had to do something. So I did crowd work.
Okay.
I did crowd work to the couple in front of me. I get a laugh. This one, I'm not feeling it because they'd be like that.
Okay.
And so I go this way. But I couldn't really work it. I couldn't really make something funny out of it. And then from the back, I hear for the first time in my stand-up career since 2010, somebody was yelling, "Boring!" Oh shit! And everybody was laughing at the back.
Yo, he hit you with the Stone Cold Steve Austin. I remember one time I was a kid and I was watching wrestling, and these 2 guys were fighting in the ring, and Stone Cold Steve Austin came out, no music or nothing, just like with a pillow on a blanket and a mic. Boring. And they had to keep wrestling as he was doing it, bro. I was howling, bro.
That is
and that's what my man did.
Yeah.
What part of Queens?
Steve Panellini's bar show.
Yeah.
McDempsey's, right?
Oh,
yeah.
What up, Steven?
But
shout out to Steven.
It's one of the most interesting show I've ever been a part of. Steven's show.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody that now I'm looking into his work. His name is Eagle Witt. I don't know if you know.
Eagle. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Eagle.
Because
man.
I thought I wasn't doing my set well because I didn't have bar jokes. You know what I'm saying? But Eagle did a clean set, and his jokes are so good. Everybody laughed to a point where Eagle had to wait it out. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yeah. But then when I heard Boring, I was so nervous, didn't know what to do with it. I went straight back to my material, and then Steven liked me. I don't know if I'm actually, it's my time or he's just saving my ass.
Right.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
I don't remember what's the worst bomb, but that's the most recent one. That's just, it humbles.
Pain, man.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's but it is how it is. I need to do more bar shows.
You got to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because we're so, like, I see this all the time. A lot of times when comics, they bomb is because they trying to stick strictly to the script. They're trying to stick strictly to the writing. You have to understand you are never promised a good set. Don't just go in there and be like, I'm going to work on these jokes. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. That's not how it's going to work out. Man plans and God laughs.
Yep. Amen.
Man plan. And when I walk into a room, I don't have a plan. I know that this crowd is not going to allow me to do my jokes based on their body language, how they're sitting, where they're sitting.
But that's experience, right?
That is experience. So I read that room really well. So when I'm like, if I need to work on jokes, I'm firing at people. I'm like, you 2 drunk fucks in the back that keep playing footsies and shit, cut that bullshit out. Like, I talk to them like I'm a drill sergeant, and they like, oh, I command people's attention. When you're on stage and you feel like people are not vibing with you, do not settle for that. I don't settle for that.
You got to get hostile.
I'm like, you're going to pay attention to this, and you're going to respect me and respect what the hell I do.
That's going to be hard for me. Generally, Indonesians are not,
I know, but
but
see,
you in New York, it's different.
Yeah,
you
I
got to
know.
become Panji, New York Panji.
you gotta be New York Panji, man.
Gotta be New York Panji, Josh.
You didn't get mugged yet. That's the problem.
I can set up a robbery.
Yeah. Toughen you up a
Do
little
you
bit.
remember one of your worst bomb, though?
I know a few bombs. I'm over here going through the
Yeah,
room.
man.
Oh, God.
A lot of them, right?
All right, so
Trying to hurt our feelings.
it takes a while to get funny. Let's put that out there. It takes a minute to get funny, and it definitely takes a minute because a lot of us, I feel like, you were funny with your friends for a long time, and if you grew up, especially in New York, and if you grew up in impoverished neighborhoods, like everybody funny.
A lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of people funny.
Yes.
But it doesn't necessarily translate on stage.
Right.
Right. It's a different kind of funny. Anyway, I remember one time I was hosting this show. I wish you were here. I wish I knew you then. It was at this Mexican. It was at the basement of this Mexican restaurant. It was so fucking cool.
Okay.
It was me and my boy Eric Miller. We were running it together. And one time, Eric, he had like a car show. He had to make some money. So he goes, "Kev, can you run it by yourself?" I'm like, "Of course." And that was the show that all my uncles and uncles' friends showed up.
Oh,
of course.
I'm like a year and a half in.
shit.
Wow.
I'm starting to get laughs on like big pops on stage, but I'm not killing, right? I thought I was killing, but I felt like I could be doing better. But they're there, and I'm running the show. And when you run a show, everybody's coming up to you.
Yeah.
It's the most annoying thing in the world. People are coming, when am I going up? When am I going up? And I was like, when am I gonna go up? Because I still want to do time.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what, Kev, just go up last. It's mostly your audience anyway.
Yeah.
And I forgot. It's hard to make motherfucking Spanish Harlem laugh.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just hard. And I'm thinking I'm going to do well because I caught them laughing for people who I didn't even think were that funny. All I remember was I get on stage, and for some reason, all my uncle, except for my uncle's friends are all sitting like this. Make me laugh now, youngin.
Yo.
And everything I'm throwing at them,
Nothing.
bomb, Hiroshima.
They were calling Kev's mom like, you got to tell Kevin to stop doing comedy right away.
Bro, next thing I know, some lady in the back goes, "It's okay. You're killing it up there."
Oh, man.
The whole crowd erupts in laughter.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
I am lost in this. I am like, and I don't. Ow! I was so hurt, bro. My ears are red. My ears are red. My head is hot, bro.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't shit on her though.
Right.
And I still, to this day, I give myself props for that because I wanted to murder this bitch. Right? So I don't shit on her. I'm like, good for you. I do another minute. Grenade. Every 15 seconds, nothing.
Right.
She goes, "It's all right. Keep going."
Are you sure that wasn't an
You're
angel?
still killing it. Bro, the laughter.
Oppenheimer. That was
Bro, when I mean the laughters, people almost started, it was a bunch of Spanish, they almost started running around. I felt it in their head. You know how like, when black people and Latino people laugh and start running?
Yeah.
Bro, I was just there. I looked. I said, that's the biggest laugh of the night. Thank you guys for coming out. I was the last comic. Good night.
Take it and run.
That was
oh, my God.
the worst bomb. Because, like, and then she comes up to me, this fucking cunt. Comes up to me after the show. She goes, "I'm glad I can help you tonight."
Oh, my God.
I will punch you in the fucking face.
Kevin still sees her face when he closes his eyes.
Oh, my
She
God.
goes, "I'm glad I can help you tonight. I want you to know I really meant you were killing it. I thought you were hilarious. No one else did."
Oh, she's one of those ladies. Because every older woman does that.
Supportive.
They try to be support. Hey, look. Nobody else was laughing, but me and my girl thought you was funny. Here's a pamphlet to our church. Did you just?
Bro,
Did you want to put Jesus in my life because I did that bad?
Oh,
my
that's
God.
wild. Josh, also, on the last episode, you were telling a story of doing a set at the bar.
I was hosting a show.
Oh, you was hosting
the show.
And
then I
then
was killing it.
Yeah, and then it continues to this
So,
episode.
that's from the episode prior. So we had this bar show. It's the World Series of the major
Baseball.
professional baseball. And we ended up getting 40 walk-ins of this very blue-collar crowd, and they're cheering for it. Everyone was killing it. But, like, I was hosting it. This got the vibe going. And, I thought it was a bunch of construction workers, and I busted out a joke that I used to do called suicide by cop.
But you're missing a part of the story.
All right, remind me.
Super pertinent. The show was over. Everyone finished, and they were like, "Y'all done?" No, we want more.
Yeah, they
y'all.
wanted more. They wanted more.
We wanted better to do another set.
Oh, shit.
So I come back, I start hosting the show again, and I start doing this old joke I used to do called Suicide by Cop, which I basically, I'll tell you the joke's premise is I go, if you're going to kill yourself, don't waste killing yourself. Ruin a cop's life when you do it.
Oh.
And the joke basically goes, you call up, you say, I'm gonna shoot a bunch of people. When the cops show up, you pull out a giant rubber dildo. So as they are unloading their gun on you, the last thing that's stuck in their head for eternity is this giant dildo waving in their face. And all the air left the room, and then a few minutes later, they're like, you know, those were a bunch of cops. I thought they were
The people you thought were construction workers.
they ended up being all police
oh
officers.
my goodness, the wrong joke at the wrong crowd.
Oh my God.
Those are
And
my
they-
favorite jokes. Those are my favorite jokes. The wrong jokes for the
wrong crowd. Yeah,
that should be a whole series
Yeah.
on Netflix. Wrong jokes,
Wrong
for the
jokes,
wrong
wrong crowd.
And
Wow,
you get
that's a great idea.
you get Republican comics
Yeah.
to New York City,
Okay.
and then you get liberal comics to go to Arkansas.
Right.
And you be like, do your jokes now.
Yeah.
Oh
See
my
how
God.
funny you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Go
Wow.
against the grain.
Worst bomb ever. It wasn't even a bomb. Got booed at the Apollo.
Holy shit!
25.
You didn't get Sandman, did you?
I almost did.
You did?
But I got off before he came
You know
out.
the Sandman from Apollo, right?
No, I
And
don't.
you know the Apollo
I
Theater.
know the Apollo
So the
Theaters.
Apollo Theater, so they do amateur night at the Apollo. So what you do, all these people who, doesn't matter, singers, dancers, poets, whatever. So with comedians, they show no mercy to us. So I remember I had on a burgundy suit. I was hot. This is my first time at the Apollo. I was like, yo, I'm a killer. Got my suit. It's gonna be dope. Yo, I start doing my joke. I had 80 people there for me. I had 80 people there for me.
Wow.
That's a bringer.
And I start doing my jokes.
You could have
and-
sold out Carolina.
Yo, I start doing my jokes, right? And then I start talking about my suit and how, when people go to church, it's only a fashion show. When I said that, the boos came from over here and over here. And it came at like a V line. Like
That's
that.
funny as shit.
And I was like, yeah. I didn't know I'm on stage for like a minute and a half already. So I said, and I was like, oh, the Sandman about to come. And I was like, thank y'all, have a good night. I just walked
What's
off.
the Sandman though?
So you want to tell me?
So the Sandman he like shoos you off stage.
He comes out with a giant broom.
He comes out with a giant broom. He's tap dancing and everything. So if the crowd is booing you so bad, there's an alarm that goes off in the Apollo. And then the Sandman comes out and he's like tap
Oh, my
dancing around you,
goodness.
and it's
And he sweeps you off the
and
stage.
it's the most cringing thing to happen to you.
Wow.
But it's happened to some very famous people.
It happens to James Brown.
James
James
Brown.
Yeah,
Yes.
James Brown got
James Brown
Sandman.
got booed. He
That's
got Sandman.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, Patti LaBelle.
Oh my God.
Lauren Hill when she was 14.
Yep, Lauren Hill got Sandman.
Wow.
This is in the
Obviously,
90s.
this is when they first started out doing
Right,
it.
right,
Yeah,
right.
This
But
is
still,
why if you killing at a black show, it means something.
Yes.
This is why because they're nicer
Honesty.
now. They're a lot kinder now.
Yeah, and a lot kinder.
A lot kinder. But they will fucking heckle you and boo you off stage.
And that's
Oh
what
my
you need
God.
in life, though.
Yeah, but you need that.
You need that in life.
And it's
You
always
need
the
that.
and
You need
it's always
hardship,
the
right?
toughest dude in there that be like, yo, I could do better than that shit. I've seen it where the comedian is on stage in front of a black audience and there's somebody like giving them heat. And they don't know what to do, and then the person that's in the crowd gets on stage, takes the microphone, and starts trying to do comedy, and they're bombing worse than the person that got up there. But I've seen it where that person has gotten up and is doing better than the comedian on stage, and it's the most cringing thing.
I'm definitely suiciding by cop if that happens.
Yeah.
I have this one. I think this is one of the earliest bomb I ever experienced. It's my second year doing stand up, and I already had a gig for World Bank.
What?
And yeah, it's World Bank because before I'm doing stand up, I'm already a TV presenter. I'm already somebody here.
Okay.
And then, but it's a park show. It's outdoors.
That's the worst place to do stand-up.
Yeah, and then it's a what's the word? A charity show.
Benefit. Yeah.
Benefit.
It's a benefit show.
Yeah.
And so before me was a clown.
Oh. Yeah, you was going down,
Right,
bro.
right.
You
And the
going
clown
down.
was like pranking everybody, and everybody was pissed being pranked by the clown. So nobody was having fun. And then I started doing my set. And I remember this. This is actually the first time I started doing my set in English. It's an English-speaking show.
Yes.
It's World Bank, right? I've never done it before, and this is the first time I'm doing it. And then I bombed. And then we were talking about old lady among the crowd, and so everybody was just looking at me weird, and this one lady was like, and then I bombed so bad, it wasn't the host, it wasn't the MC, but it was the person from the World Bank. He went on stage. I was talking. I saw him coming from the corner of my eye. He took the mic from my hand, and then he said, "Lunch is ready in the other room." I was like, "Oh my God!"
Oh my!
Swear to God, it's true. I swear to God. He said, "Lunch is ready in the other room," and everybody just went.
Oh my God! That beats.
Yo,
That's the worst bomb.
that's crazy.
That's the worst bomb.
100% true story.
Have you ever had
100%.
like a religious person like put their hand on your head and they were like, "We gonna pray for this brother, this brother right here. Deliver him from his embarrassment."
There's a demon of terrible humor in you.
Oh,
But then again, now looking back, it's funny,
But it
right?
made you, it's way fun.
It's funny now.
I think
Right.
about that lady every 5 months. I'm like forced. The lady was like, "You can't get up there." First of all, I've asked people to find her.
And kill her.
I asked people. I want to talk to her.
Right.
oh.
Am I doing better now?
And
You know
then-
what would be great though if you do good in your career, you have a Netflix special out, or maybe you do Madison Square Garden, and then you meet the lady.
One of my specials is definitely gonna be called "You're Killing It Up There."
It's gonna be well. All right, so thank you very much, everybody, for watching this episode. Don't forget that we have this. We have a series, docu-series, huge in
Huge in
Indonesia
Indonesia.
series.
Huge in
5
Indonesia.
episode. Jakarta, Bandung, Yogyakarta, Mount Bromo, and Bali. Thank you very much, you guys. See you guys next time.
Five times.
Love you.
Love you guys.